And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at Sovereign's Chain. Now the backstory to this game is it's in the Gibraltar Station, it's a fringe outpost in the Void Horizon, blah blah blah, some generic sci-fi thing, and this is a game that people play there, so it's the sabacc of this universe, whatever it is. So you're going to be putting cards in front of you, trying to make a chain of 7 cards, and then having a whole lot of one suit and not much of the other. Here's how it plays. At the beginning of the game, each player is going to draw a handful of 5 cards. These cards are made up of different suits. You have stars and planets with a numerical value. You're going to pick one, and you're going to play it face down in front of you to start your chain. Players are going to have a chain of cards that are in front of them that may change as the game progresses, and if a player has 7 cards at the end of their turn, then the game ends. Now, the first thing you'll do is first you'll check the active event. The game starts with an active event in play. In this case, a random one here. It says at the end of your turn you'll draw 2 cards in your hand instead of 1. No problem. You then will play a card from your hand. So I'm going to play a card. I can either play it into my own chain or I can play it into someone else's. Cards are usually played face up, so for example I might say, I'll play this one. It says take 2 modifier +1/-1 tokens from the supply into your pool. So I'll put this here, and at any time I want I can put these on cards. I'll probably put the +1s. Now this one is a value of 4. And then maybe later on someone else will play this. It says discard 1 face up card on any chain. So they discard that. Now in this game, discards are always done face down. We throw them in the box just so there's no confusion. Here there's a break in the chain and the cards just slide over. But as the game goes by, you are going to be playing cards. Sometimes cards will be turned face down or face up. And like I said, when the 7th card is placed in a chain, then the game ends. Each player then will take turns turning up their face-up cards and doing something. Like it says choose a suit. Place a suit token on the mercenary to indicate the chosen suit. So this one here is actually going to become a planet, not a star. Then I turn this one face up. It says play an additional card a paladin has played or revealed next to another face-up card of the same suit. Well, it's not. I'm then going to figure out my score, and that's basically one of your suits minus the other one. So I take my planets, 6, 9, and 11, minus 6. My final score is 5. I should mention that when you play cards that show this symbol on them here, at the very bottom, you're going to draw a new event card in your turn. There's various event cards in this game where you can declare war against someone. The chain actually needs to get to 8 instead of 7. You can only play cards in someone else's chain. You get a +1/-1 modifier. You get a shield token. Shield tokens can be put on a card to keep people from messing with that card. At the end of your turn, change the suit of all face-up mercenaries that are not protected by a shield. So these event cards are going to be changing dramatically as the game plays by. Now, after everyone is done revealing their cards, you will then do the scoring. These modifier tokens might come into effect if they're on them, and whoever has the highest score is the winner. Components for the game are okay. All the events are the same thing. It's like, oh, they all show a picture of Saturn or something. All right, I guess that's okay. These cards themselves have artwork on them, and it's okay. I don't know, maybe it just seems like they said, hey, is there someone who makes generic fantasy artwork? And that's what you got here. I'm not impressed by that. The layout is fine, and I do like the size of the cards. Are nice and big, and you can easily tell the difference between the suits and all, although you'll notice that these 2 spacers are pretty much exactly the same looking here. They both look fairly dour. But, the component quality I'm okay with. The tokens are a nice size and everything, and it all fits in the box, but it's not something you're going to look at and go, ooh. It does come with some reference cards that explain the turn order and how to play the game, and then victory points. But, that's stuff, I don't even think you need this reference card for that. Now, as you're watching that, you might think, hey, that seems like it might be crazy chaotic. And you would be right. I found that to be the kind of game, unfortunately, that when it was over, I was like, yes, I don't care who won, I'm glad it's over. There's some interesting ideas in here, especially the most interesting idea of the game is that at the end of the game, you reveal your cards and all these effects go off. That's cool. Being able to play cards face down and having them go off at the end, I like that concept. The scoring is also fairly simple. Add up one number, subtract the other number. Great. Other than that, though, good night. You play good cards on yourself, bad cards on the other player. It's the very definition of a take that game, where I'm like, take that and play a bad card on you. You got a big card in front of you, I'll blow it up. There's not a whole lot of, ooh, you can't catch me, I tricked you, I put a high card of another suit in my thing just so you would blow it up. That's coupled with the fact that not half the cards, but a lot of the cards change the event. So there's this constant event cycling, and it's like, oh, there's a new event, and this card makes this happen, and it's just this realm of chaos. If this is the game that these people play on this station, it's like, are you kidding? They don't have a deck of cards. They couldn't play hearts or something. This is not the kind of game I would sit around and play. It's just too frenetic, too chaotic, really. There's this constant playing bad cards on other people, good cards on yourself, trying to stop someone from getting getting the win. But there's not a lot that it feels like when it's over. It's like, well, I outplayed everybody else. No, you didn't. I don't even know who outplayed who. I'm just glad that the game ended. The idea is interesting with the chain of cards, but at the end of the day, this is nothing new. We've seen this game hundreds of times where there's just play good cards and me, play bad cards and someone else. And then when you add in a very generic, very who cares space theme on top of that, that doesn't help the game at all. No humor, right? Take that games usually have some dollop of humor in them. So there's no humor. The game's taking itself very seriously, and at the same time, we're switching cards back and forth. Other than the flipping of cards at the end, nothing novel about this game, and I have to give this one a hard pass. That's Sovereign's Chain. Dice Tower Judgment, it's just a chaotic take that game.
Thanks so much for watching another Dice Tower video. If you enjoy our videos, subscribe to the channel for more fun, comprehensive board game coverage. Also, consider joining us at one of our events. Come to Dice Tower Retreat, a small, intimate gathering where gaming is king. Join us for Dice Tower Cruise, the largest board game cruise. Attend Dice Tower West in Las Vegas for gaming fun on the West Coast, or Dice Tower East in Orlando in sunny Florida. Dice Tower Conventions, the friendliest gaming conventions on Earth. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.